So Senate Republicans have been holding closed-door meetings about Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill and about the spending cuts, etc., as we are going forward with all of this. And they're trying to figure out how to pay for Donald Trump's tax cuts to the ultra-rich. And yet, the only way they can seem to do it is to cut benefits to Americans, but shielding it under this idea of going after waste, fraud, and abuse. Now, they had this closed-door meeting today, and they were talking about it. And some comments were made by a couple different senators. One was by Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell said, well, when it comes to us cutting Medicaid, well, they'll just have to get over it. You know, we're hearing about people back home and they're worried, but they'll get over it. What? We'll get over people losing their health care. People will potentially be dying because of this. And, well, the ones that do, well, they were just freeloaders. That's what they think. That echoes something that Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa said about a month ago when constituents were scared and asking her the same thing. And she goes, well, we're all going to die. These Republicans don't care if we die, if people die because of their cutting of services. They'll say, well, they should have worked more, gotten employer-sponsored health care or whatever, that they didn't deserve the health care. That's their mindset right now. But that's not lost on all Republicans. Now, Tom Tillis of North Carolina was speaking, and he said, this is going to be about as bad for us as passing the Affordable Care Act was for Democrats in 2010 and 2012. That it is going to be a game changer. If we cut their benefits, people are going to get hurt. They're talking just for North Carolina alone, it could cost almost $40 billion in federal money and about 600,000 people their health insurance. And he goes, I've got to go back and I've got to run on this. And we could lose both houses of Congress if we do this. And he went on a very lengthy push trying to get them to see exactly how bad this could be for them politically. Now, if they do change the language or try to walk back the cuts so it's not as bad or whatever the case may be, know that it is not about doing the right thing or helping people or any of that. They're doing it because it is going to affect them politically, and they're worried about getting reelected. I've said that before. They only care about getting reelected. They only care about keeping their own power. They may stumble on the right thing to do and get there only because it benefits them. So we'll see what the final bill is going to look like. But here's the problem. Like I said, the Republicans are not unified with each other, and they're arguing over how bad these cuts could be, somewhat even deeper cuts, etc. So we don't know what that's going to look like, but they can't get along, and it's not going to be good for them, but could be beneficial for Democrats. Hopefully the damage isn't too great.